And then, does bioidentical hormone replacement help calm the sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, and promote parasympathetic nervous system activity with better rest, recovery after exercise, stressful events, hence moving away from a more sympathetic response that can trigger pain? You know, in the world of functional medicine, holistic medicine, I think it's quite remarkable that they've starting to speak about the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system, and the sympathetic nervous system stimulates, and the parasympathetic nervous system quiets down, and the sympathetic nervous system is great for fight or flight and for mood and other things, and the parasympathetic nervous system is great for the gut. But let's go backwards, because I don't think that technical knowledge is going to serve you too well. If you get your nervous system out of balance, how are you going to rebalance it? And nervous system getting out of balance is so common. And, you know, one thing that can get a nervous system out of balance is low estrogen, for example, that occurs in perimenopause and menopause. Your body, if you're in stressful situations and you don't have enough estrogen, and your body needs to do fight or flight, what's it got left? It's got amp up the adrenaline from the adrenals, amp up the cortisol, gain weight, and get nervous and hyper, because it doesn't have estrogen's wonderful contribution to the stress response. Estrogen and the stress response, yeah, all these powerful hormones, most of them are recruited for the stress response. And so it's well known by endocrinologists who really focus in on this, that you drop that estrogen, how's your body going to handle if you're not really super skilled at fight or flight, at the stress in your life? It's going to have to ramp up what it can produce out of the adrenal glands is adrenaline and cortisol. So you get nervous, and as Sandy has recognized, sympathetic dominant, and you wake up in the middle of the night nervous with a bunch of adrenaline circulating around in your body, and you can't get back to sleep. But you don't have to know sympathetic and parasympathetic. You need to know that if your hormones are low, you're going to get out of whack in your nervous system, and you can this is the great news, get these hormones decent, get them reasonable, your nervous system's going to balance itself just fine. So interesting, but you don't need to know that much. You just need to be able to identify the symptoms of your hormones not being as prevalent as they need to be, and you need to get those restored. There's a much more to this discussion of sympathetic and parasympathetic. It really relates to stress. I recommend that you go to iwonderdoctor.com into the anxiety and depression section, because if you're stressed, you're going to call into daily enhanced action the fight or flight part of your nervous system, because that's life dependent if you have to fight or flee. And you're going to be more nervous, you're not going to sleep as well, your heart rate's going to be ramped up, your blood pressure is going to, where is it going to get the energy? From the parasympathetic nervous system that you need for gut function, for quieting down, for sleeping well. So these are not mysterious things. It comes down to the same thing, that you can unbalance your nervous system without going into menopause if your tools for dealing with the stress in your life are not skilled. You don't know how to work well with your feelings and your choices in your mind. You're going to create the blossoming of the sympathetic nervous system, because it's going to think you need to fight or flee from the rattlesnake that just entered your room. And so, complex topic, fascinating topic. Bottom line, get skilled at how you manage and work with the stress in your life. And when you start getting symptoms of hormone depletion, or even before that, study it, preempt it, get those hormones balanced, the ovaries, the thyroid, and the adrenal. Not hard. And my goodness, Sandy, you really have delved into this topic before. You know what this topic is.